Hi, everyone. I'm Katie Lovewell. I'm here today with Louise Lovewell and Margaret Hanson. We are all part of the Lovewell team at Remax Accord, and we are here to give you our monthly market update because Bay Area real estate is always interesting, exciting, and changing. So I'm just going to dive right into the local statistics put out by our local association, Bay East. So I will share my screen and we'll begin. All right, so I'm going to start in the south part of Alameda County in Fremont. We still show that prices are going up, both median and average. Inventory is slightly coming down. And every city seems to be doing their own, not every city, but it's hard to see a general trend. So we'll just kind of look at each city on its own. So that's Fremont. Hayward, and part of this may be due to some schools and also having a lot of first-time home buyers, is definitely, we see the opposite of Fremont with prices coming down, both median average sales price coming down, and pendings are really going down. If we look at this graph over here on the right-hand side, we can really see pendings coming down. And so it does show inventory slightly decreasing from September to the end of October. I just checked it yesterday, and active inventory is now at 72. So definitely see that that's going to continue to affect prices because people are going to have more options, and with interest rates as high as they still are, it's pushing prices down. So San Leandro, even though it's similar to Hayward, but we see prices in general seem like they're rebounding from September. So it seemed like an upward trend. Inventory is slightly down from September to October. But again, we show that prices are actually ticking back up. For Castro Valley, we actually show inventory coming up a little bit from last month. I think the only city that this is happening. Well, no, well, at least from the end of September to the end of October. And still shows that the median and average price are going up. Alameda, inventory is decreasing, and both the median and average sales price and pendings are going up. Oakland, inventory is down from last month. It's kind of flat for the median and pretty similar for the average in terms of price. Berkeley shows actually the median and average sales price are going down, although pendings are going up, so that could change. Inventory is down from the end of September to the end of October. Lafayette, seems like it is kind of flattening out a bit, both in average and median sales price. Pendings are going down. Inventory is also going down from the end of September to the end of October. Pleasanton, it's slightly up for the average and the sales price. And actually I stand corrected because this one the inventory did ever so slightly increase by 1 from the end of September to the end of October. So that we'll see, because we'll be coming to December, could have a downward pressure a bit on prices. And Livermore, we see both the average and median sales price going down and inventory is going down, but pendings are going up. So I think overall what we are interest rates are definitely having an effect, especially when it comes to areas, because every city can have some areas that have more first-time home buyers than others, but it's hard to always generalize every city and the whole Bay Area. There's so many like different neighborhoods and unique things going on. So buyers and sellers just have to really be aware of, how are the general trends, who's buying in my neighborhood, are they first-time home buyers? Because, for example, we have a home in Hayward, and we were talking to the agent for a first-time home buyer, and they were saying for their monthly payments, they are looking at $7,000 a month, and that is, for a first-time home buyer, for any person, that's a lot, every month to be paying. So that when a first-time home buyer is typically putting less money down, if they're putting 5%, 10%, maybe 20%, and so when these interest rates go up, it really affects how much they can afford. That being said, we do have buyers that are in Castro Valley that are buying a house for well under the list price, and there are opportunities out there. So buyers, there are, I know inventory is down, but there are homes that are sitting, and I would definitely look at, instead of the home that first came on the market, check out all the homes that have been sitting for some time, because there could be opportunities to get a home for well under what it might have sold a few months ago. And then I think for our sellers, yes, it's maybe a little more challenging of a time, but interest rates did go down. And so that is going to help some buyers out in the next month or so. And they're projected to go down further in the spring. So that is also going to help, especially for those who are thinking of selling the next year. I would be hopeful and optimistic, because fingers crossed, if the interest rates do continue to go down, that is going to really help what buyers can afford. And that's going to begin to push prices back up. So I talked a lot and went quickly. Ladies, do you have any thoughts or opinions?
I think everything you said is spot on. And when I look at these stats, I actually think there are really like positive signs for both buyers and sellers as I'm looking at this, because I think everyone right now is saying, oh my gosh, doomsday, like it's such an awful time to sell your home. And really, if you look at the stats, you see that that's not necessarily the case. Most of these sale prices are definitely higher than they were the same time last year, even if we're seeing ups and downs right now. And we have those cities like Alameda and Castro Valley and others that have actually increased since from September to October. So I think that it's a more nuanced story. And I think that it might be actually more of a balanced market right now than it is like, oh, it's an extreme seller's market, it's an extreme buyer's market. That doesn't seem to really be the case for me. I think it's a little bit more balanced. And you just have to, if you're a buyer, like Katie said, know that there are opportunities right now. And if you're a seller, just know that let's look at the equity that you have in your home. Don't look at the headlines and say, oh my goodness, it's an awful time to sell your home. Really, what's the equity in your home? What are you likely to get on the market right now? And then look at that. That's probably a good amount that you're going to be making. So I think that we all just need to be smart right now and sensible. And like Katie said, if interest rates do go down in March, then we should be getting ready now to sell our homes, because it usually takes a few months to get ready. So there's a lot of clearing out to do. There might be some painting, there might be various things. So it's time to kind of start planning and getting ready for that, so that you're not caught by surprise and then you say, oh no, I didn't take advantage of the peak season. So I think that, to me, it seems a little bit more balanced, and that's probably a good thing.
For sure. I think that's a really good way of explaining it, as a balanced market, because typically, as our lawyers always tell us, people are more apt to want to sue when it gets skewed either way. So this should, buyers can have contingency, they can do inspections if there are some. And so that definitely makes everyone, in a happier place. And also I was going to say for sellers, in the past, we've been in such almost an extreme seller's market that didn't matter what you did with your house. So I think a lot of sellers, they want to sell their home as is, and just being aware that, yes, you can sell your home as is, of course, but you may not get the same price as if a house that has solar, that everything was remodeled in the last 5 years, and just being okay with it. That it's kind of better that we actually, people are paying and buyers are sensitive to, they're like, oh, the roof needs to be, replaced, or wood plumbing, piping, there's all kinds of things in a home that need to be done. And so, yes, it makes more sense that a home that has everything inside and out has been upgraded or remodeled, that's going to sell for top dollar, versus a home that maybe it's just been, it's been taken care of, but it's original, and that's okay. That's, being okay with that, and it's okay. So I think that's all I wanted to also add. And Louise, I know we talked a bit. Do you have anything you would like to add as well?
I think that you both really kind of hit the nail on the head. It's like, it is a more balanced market. So it's like, it is, the buyers that we're putting into escrow and the buyers that we see being able to buy seem to be getting a good buy, fair price. The seller's still doing fine. And, the buyer knows that somewhere down the road, they'll probably refinance. They'll probably say goodbye to that interest rate. So the 7, whatever it is, interest rate they got it's like, okay, somewhere down the road, it'll get changed. So it seems, I kind of agree with both of you that it's kind of a more healthy market. That's what I would call it. How's that?
For sure, for sure. So I think unless you have anything else to add, ladies, we'll wrap it up.
I guess
Yep.
just happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much turkey and mashed potatoes, especially pumpkin pie, and in Katie's case, pecan pie. Pecan pie.
I do like pecan
How
pie.
about you, Maggie? Pecan
I'm
pie?
all about the pumpkin, the apple, the pecan. It doesn't matter. I don't discriminate when it comes to pie.
Good job. Good job. Well, all right. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Have a wonderful week and stay safe if you travel, and till next month.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.